that right there is about 3 gallons of filtered, what they call syrup. Means we have to still boil it up to 219 degrees to 220 to make syrup. And then once it hits 220, then we'll filter it again and then bottle it.
We are very impressed with our diapers from the Amish store, our padded diapers. Look at that. And then look at that. It caught a lot of the junk. Voila! Win!
Alrighty, we're gonna, when the bubbles get to be like this, covering across the top of the pan like that, you want to check your temperature, because that means you're getting close to 219. So it's supposed to be 7 degrees above boiling, water boiling. So we're getting close in there, but a couple more minutes and then we'll test it. Alright, here comes the root beer float. That's what we're worried about, because it means it's going to take off real quick, real soon. So, get us a little, ouch, dipper full of juice. Put that dude in there. Try not to burn myself. Is right there is 60. We got 2 lines to go.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down just a hair. Let that calm down some. There we go. Alrighty, we turned the heat down, but you see how we're still getting bubbles side to side on the pan? So that means it's going, it's closer to what we were looking for. Too much heat will make it boil over, so you slow it down a little bit. And then give her just a little twister, and right there's our red line. So we are at syrup. See the red line? This is the 60. So it's just touching the dome on that syrup. So we are ready to take this off, pour it through the filter, and run it through the bottler. So let's get the heat turned off, get the oven mitts on that always burn me on, and we are going to move over to the filter, and we're going to slowly pour this in. Actually, I'm going to get down a little closer so I don't splash it. And we're just going to pour that right through that filter, aka new baby diaper. And so the goal is to filter this as fine as you can. It gives you the crystal clear syrup. Anytime you bring a syrup or sap to a boil, it creates sugar. So this is the final boil, and we will bottle between 180 and 190. For sanitation purposes, that's what state says you got to have. Actual sanitation level is 165, but this oh, there goes that glove I was telling you that gives me the burns all the time. Hot pan, hot pan. Ooh, that pan's hot.
Good save, babe.
Yeah. Wait till you see the red mark on my arm. Anyhow, there it is. 60 gallons of sap turns into...
Babe.
Oh my gosh, the valve's open. God bless America.
What not to do.
Yeah, what not to do. Make sure the valve's closed when you pour syrup in here. I wonder how much of that just went down the drain.
I don't know.
Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to put the lid over the top of this to kind of keep the heat in, because the warmer that syrup stays, it allows it to draw through that diaper better, because if it starts to cool down on the top, it gets all sugary and it plugs that up. So we are...
Yeah. So that was
Shouldn't
my
take very
fault,
long.
guys.
So yeah, you got to make sure that where it says on off,
Yeah.
off needs to be on the off position. Because right now we put probably
Nah, don't guess. You'll be sad. Don't guess.
3 breakfasts worth of pancakes down the drain.
That's okay.
Oh well.
Life will go on.
Welcome to making syrup.
Starr-llett Homestead.
Starr-llett Homestead's syrup. Oh crap! Section of the video.
And cut.
Okay, and now this is the final filter. And once again, look at all the niter and the sugar, and it's all just, it's minerals that gets boiled out. But by taking all that out, it just gives you a crystal clear bottle of syrup. So when we get that all pulled out, we'll put some in a glass jar so you can see it. Alrighty, let's see how much of this we got left over. I got my fancy glove on. Open that up, put a little in there to heat this bottle up a little bit more. That's actually going to be clearer than I thought. Looked like it was going to be dark.
Well, it still might be. Well, it might be.
It looks like it's going to...
Delicate light and amber.
I think it's going to be an amber. It's got the reddish tint to it. The delicate's got that yellowish tint.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a good color to it. And like I said earlier, we're putting this in at just under 200 degrees. So, and I learned from last year that you don't want to fill the bottle up to that point right there, because when this cools down it shrinks to down about here, and then your daughter will call and want to know why she got gypped on syrup. So, oh my goodness, I wonder who, Megan. We'll go to here
Sounds good.
and put a lid on there, please, Mother. Got it. Now what you want to do, once you get the lid on them, they say you can tip them upside down a little bit. We lay them down for a little while because it heats the lid up, and then it makes the lid seal. So we're going to put a little shot in here for our display. Yeah, I gotta... I'll put a little more in there, just to...
That's probably good.
Well, your display amount went down the drain, Mother.
Oh, that's true.
So there, ouch, that jar's hot too. There we go.
Thank you.
Alright, did you want to put, we don't have a, you want a small jug of this? You want it all in the big jug? You got one small,
Small jug.
just go with the big, or
Put one.
Just do this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Put my glove back on because it's hot. Alrighty. And the beauty about these plastic jugs is people can't tell how well you filtered.
Oh, but babe, we filtered really
Well,
good.
they've seen how we filter. We filter very well, but
Yeah. It's easier to melt than
yeah,
glass.
this way they don't get broke. So, and we'll stop right there. So put the lid on that one. I don't know what we got left in here. We got enough for a biggin. Alrighty.
Such a bummer.
Well, it wasn't that much. It looked like it was worse than what it was, but it actually was just a little bit because it didn't get past the towel. I'm hoping you don't wash that towel. I'll just sit in a chair and suck on it for a while and get my syrup back out of it. Strain my coffee through it, get some flavoring. Alright,
That's funny.
that's warm. Got it? So that's what, 12, 16, so those are 32s. So we got over half a gallon so far.
What do you think?
Well, there's not enough in there. I think there's gonna be, I don't know, what's it look like in there? I can't see. You want me to look?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a jug in there. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, that was close. Close.
You could have the towel in the sink and I can have the towel here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, well, there's enough for that.
Yeah.
And there is still a little bit left over.
All right. So.
There is, you got one of your little jelly jars up there?
Yeah.
Let's grab one of those guys.
Right behind you.
Is there another jar down here?
Yes.
Oh, there's one right there. Well, let's see what we got going on now. Righty, we'll just, what this is Mother's stock pot that I went and drilled a hole in the side of it and put a valve on it. All right, Keith, you and your measurements are way off, Sparky.
Go ahead.
Well, we're just going to add a hair bit to that just because I can. And I realize this is a glass jar, hot syrup, and no
Whee!
glove.
Okay. Just put it down, babe. I'll get it.
Well, no, it's just got to tip back. So let's put the,
I'll take care of it.
oh, I am sticky hands. There's still quite a bit left in here, but
Oh my goodness gracious. Here you
grab
go.
another jar and I'll use this for coffee
That sounds
or
good.
breakfast, one or the other. There's going to be enough for, holy smokes.
Goodness.
Filled this one
More?
up too. It could have been a quart or a pint jar instead of these two little,
Hi, Chief. Well, it's still hot. You want to put it back in?
no, these are mine.
Okay.
I'll use these ones. That's actually, that is definitely an amber. That's not a,
Yes.
well, I wish I'd quit touching a hot jar.
It's nice to get a different one, even though we really like that delicate.
Right. You got to be careful with these. Our syrup page, we were talking about them, and they were turning them upside down on the lid, like so, and then the jar was clearing, and they were shattering,
Oh my goodness.
cracking right here. So
Well,
then turn it back.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But there's enough heat in there to
Yeah.
let them close up, so. So anyhow,
Well, bravo,
and then
darling,
bravo, bravo, bravo. The other thing, when these things start to cool down, you put the lid on tight once, and as they cool down, you'll notice you can twist the lid some more. So you got to check them a couple of times to make sure they're tight all the way down.
Oh,
So
wishful thinking, guys.
yeah. So that worked out pretty good. We got a couple of little 8-ounce jelly jars, 12-ounce bottle for my mom, a couple of quarts, and a little 16-ouncer.
Yeah, here's
Out
what
of,
we had last time.
oh yeah, there's the color
That's what we
difference right
had
there.
the first time. Oh,
So here's the color difference. So a little darker.
mhm.
It's got more of a red tint to it.